GM, everyone. Best ball week over on DraftKings continues. Thanks to our partners over on DraftKings for sponsoring this week. We are going to draft some Millionaire Maker teams over there. Pat Kerrane, a legendary upside fantasy football winner, is going to join the program. Let's have ourselves an afternoon. It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King Summer. All right, GM, everyone. How are we all doing on this afternoon as we wait to see just how high Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt is going to go in these drafts? We have entered into an NFL Best Ball Millionaire Maker contest. You guys can sign up over there using DraftKings code MATTEC. There is also a link in the description of this program to get you guys ready. If you guys are over from the Swolecast, it would be great if one of you guys would maybe consider clicking the subscribe button. I mean, I would frankly assume that most of you guys coming over from the Swolecast are probably subscribers already, but you never know. I am pretty close, honestly, to maxing out the DraftKings Millionaire Maker. Kerrane is going to be joining us here shortly. I don't know what this means. Is the DK mobile app worth it? I mean, frankly, I can't imagine being a serious best ball fantasy football player and not having access to the DraftKings mobile application. I'm in a draft. Where is it in here? This is a slightly confusing part because I, most of the time, do most of my drafts on the mobile application. There we go. So when Kerrane joins us, we will be at pick number 8. Let's guess. Who do we think Patty Millions would want to... who do we think Patty Millions wants at 8? I don't think I've done a ton of the DraftKings single entries. The thing is that it, it's very time consuming. Very time consuming to do a bunch of drafts over on DraftKings, and have done. I mean, I guess I'm about 175 in. If you knew who is going to be the highest Week 17 score, where would you draft them? Let's say they are currently going 5th round or later. I mean, I guess you would take them in the 4th round every single time. It's an interesting question. Like, if you knew, let's say, for example, you knew Ricky Pearsall was going to have the highest Week 17 score, you would say that I don't think you take him number 1, although I certainly would hear an argument for maybe you would just take him number 1, but you probably, I guess, would keep them. You'd want to have I guess you would want to have 100% of them, which I suppose is pretty interesting. Patty Millions is popping in here in a second. Yeah, Kevin already does take 100% Ricky Pearsall. So here we go. We're firing up. Here you go. I was given the script. Ricky Pearsall is going to have the highest Week 17 score. I don't think that's true. That I don't think is true. Here we go. One Mr. Patrick Kerrane joins the program. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm enjoying myself. I like these DraftKings rooms. It's a little bit different doing the DK Best Ball week. You streamed yesterday, and then I'm going to be hopping on your stream on Legendary Upside YouTube channel tomorrow. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, I'm also doing DK Best Ball week streams over on the Leg Up channel, so you can check that out. I'm doing one with Christian Helmers today, who's a horse handicapper. Yeah, he's fun. I met up with him at Del Mar a couple weeks ago, and he was telling me about some of the angles he's taken on the best ball tournament. So that'll be a fun conversation.
I was gonna say, I bet they're pretty interesting. Who would you like to select here at pick 8 in the DraftKings Millionaire Maker?
I'm good with Neighbors, Collins, Amon-Ra, all these guys I like.
You know what? I'm gonna take Amon-Ra St. Brown. I just
sure.
I'm at such a position pat with my portfolio where I'm so heavy on JMO that I actually need to start balancing it out with more St. Brown, because I don't want if you imagine my portfolio as a teeter-totter. Is there a more scientific name for a teeter-totter than that?
Seesaw? I don't know if it's
Seesaw.
scientific,
Seesaw.
but
Seesaw.
it
Seesaw
is
is the
another
more
name.
I was gonna say seesaw is the more recognized name.
Is that like a Midwest thing, teeter-totter?
I think teeter-totter is
Like
a
a
Midwest thing.
pop soda, teeter-totter
Yeah.
seesaw thing?
What do you call someone wants a Diet Coke. What do you call it? Do you call it a pop?
Soda.
Soda.
That's
Yeah.
a soda.
Yeah, I think God, what do I say? Every time someone asks this question, I can never think about what I would like. It's like
A pop would be crazy. Like I wouldn't even enter my mind.
Pop is Northeastern though. Isn't that the area where it's supposed to still be said?
Maybe?
I think soda is said everywhere now.
Yeah, where is pop said for soda? We're gonna get some crazy ass response from AI.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Google,
Scotland.
Google it.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly. No. You can't trust it. Yeah, pop. Yeah, pop. I was gonna say pop is Midwest. Soda is Northeast. And Coke is in the South.
Pop is Midwest.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Early digression. Derrick Henry. I have felt, you know what's something very funny every time I do streams drafts on DraftKings is I never notice it as much when I'm drafting just like on my phone or whatever. Henry going higher on DraftKings, which is full PPR, is so funny to me every time. It's just like
so funny.
I'm not even saying it's wrong, but it is just like what it does is it shows just how blind and Sealy the drafters on Underdog are, that they're just like, this guy's a perfect fit for the scoring system. Who cares?
Who cares? Well, what about the bonus? Is the bonus coming into play here at all?
Over the course of a season, is the bonus even going to come close to mattering as much as receptions? Not even close.
Not even close. Yeah. I was just trying to give the drafters a little credit.
Right. I mean, if we get Achane here, I think it's a smash. Do you have any concerns over soft tissue Achane?
Yes. He had a soft tissue injury that they're not saying what it is. Like, give me Bowers.
Dude, it's preventative. Dude, it's preventative.
Yeah, I love when running backs have soft tissue injuries after the second preseason game. That's not a problem for me at all.
You want Brock?
Let's just take him over Brock Bowers.
All right. I mean, look, you're never gonna have to twist my arm. No chance would I have taken Achane if Bowers was, or no chance would Achane there if Bowers was not on the board. I don't care. I do not care about Devin Achane's soft tissue injury.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like panicking, but Bowers is a smash, and I'm not going to take Achane over him if he's hurt.
Okay. Let me just spell this out. Let's say Devin Achane is in a hyperbaric chamber from now until week 3. Like, you just know, okay, Devin Achane misses 2 games. Does it matter at all, him missing the first 2 games?
Yes.
Show your
at work. These prices, I think we need to. I mean, yeah, it matters. It definitely matters. Like, if we knew for a fact he was going to miss the first 2 games, wouldn't you just rather have, like, I'd rather have Bucky. I'd for sure rather have Bucky. If I'm getting 2 extra games guaranteed.
Would I rather have Marquise Bucky Irving? I don't. I guess maybe
18 and 19 snaps with the starters. Like, this dude.
You were kind of out. You were kind of out on Achane to begin with.
I think he's been a bit overpriced this entire time. Their offensive line sucks. He was very inefficient as a runner behind that same offensive line last year. I know he was awesome as a runner 2 years ago, but that was on a much smaller sample. He caught a ton of passes, but in the scammy kind of the offense is sort of broken way.
Oh, super scammy. I mean, similar to the Jonnu Smith scam.
So it's really about opportunity. It's kind of he went from left wing to right wing on the chart. You know, it's really like, oh, dude, these receptions, like PPR, he's gonna rack up catches. Like, yeah, he probably will get a lot of catches, but I don't. And maybe I'm not believing enough in the Dolphins. Like, maybe they can rebound and the offensive line will be okay. But I find the upside case is kind of thin, that he's going to have 2023's rushing efficiency with 2024's pass catching, and then he breaks fantasy. Like,
but what if though? He might.
I guess what if? Yeah, what if? But you're kind of paying for it, you know.
Oh,
and now he's hurt, and he's still going mid-second. Like,
you're definitely paying for it. You are paying for combination of 2023 efficiency, 2024 receiving with Raheem Mostert.
He definitely beats ADP if he does that. He definitely beats ADP, but I don't know. It feels pretty thin to me.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think you're probably right, but at the same token, what if you're wrong? I mean, he's got the same. Like, he is one of the few guys who can score 400 points in the player pool. Like, he could. I'm not saying he's going to. I'm not saying he projects for that.
No, you're right. He's one of the guys who can do it because he's got the receiving and he's got the rushing in different seasons. So we know we can put it together.
All right. We're up. Sidekick says Kerrane Williams. I'm open to Josh Allen.
I like Kerrane.
Wow. Wish he would have been into Kerrane last night. I think we could have avoided.
I was into Kerrane last night. I floated him. I wasn't pounding the table, but I floated him, and Jacob went, ew. I was like, all right.
Jacob has become a full ideologue. What
do you mean become? I feel like he always was.
Not saying he never was, but like the move of the left wing slappy community to the center in recognition of what happened last year has further radicalized Jacob.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. I would say I'm not. I like to think I'm not center, but maybe I am compared to Jacob now.
Well, I mean, I think comparing yourself to Jacob is a fool's errand. Jacob exists on his own planet, but like taking it, like Jameson Williams drafted in the 5th round last night over Jalen Waddle. It's just like it hurt his soul. Yeah. Also, Will, thank you for gifting the 5 memberships. It's a good man right there. Keeping us at a State Farm.
Yeah, I just wrote up Waddle. The article came out this morning. I've had such a harder time just like getting over last year. I mean, last year to me was just such a concerning season for Waddle.
You can't, you just really can't do the injury excuse for him because he was available for all these games. And like Jonnu was earning targets, like Tyreek was terrible, but still earning targets. So it's like,
that's what it was for me, man.
What do you do with that?
It's that Tyreek was really bad, and the offense was still designed to go through Tyreek. Like you can see it in the targets, you can see it in the first read data. Like the offense was designed to go through Tyreek. Jameson Williams had a 14% first read target rate last year, and Waddle was at 12%. If you look at screens plus first reads per target, he was behind Achane by a full percent. And then Jonnu was ahead of him in the first reads, and then the screens takes it up I think it's like 19-14.
You want to do the ADP value with Marvin Harrison Jr. here?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do too. It's hard to pass that up. I mean, I know the correlation with Devontae and Kerrane is pretty strong. And Devontae Adams, frankly, in the 4th round, if we get 17 healthy games of Matt Stafford, is going to feel like absolute cheat code. Like that could be like getting 150 targets from him could be pretty big.
That's true. That's very true. I don't know. Marvin Harrison in the 4th, though. It's hard to pass.
Marvin Harrison in the 4th. Yeah. By the bye week bros they're beside themselves right now. 4 straight week 8 buys, Kerrane.
Oh no.
We'll never win all the money in week 4 or in week 8. Sad. It's a big.
Now what format would that matter in?
Weekly winners, I guess. Eliminator.
No, I think it's good. It's good in weekly winners.
It's good in weekly winners.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't.
Your medicine week 8.
You would not want that in the eliminator.
It's bad in the eliminator for sure.
Yeah. What is your perspective on Marvin Harrison Jr.? Because I've kind of gone back and forth on him. I've been in, I've been out. He did run in the preseason game. He did run 5 of his 8 routes were horizontal breaking routes for whatever that's worth.
That's
I
cool.
don't know. Might not be worth anything.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of of two minds with Harrison, where I think like I haven't been drafting him a ton because he is pretty expensive given what he did last year and not a ton changing. He shares the offense with Trey McBride, who's a superstar. They're going to be kind of co-ones. You know, Harrison was actually like out targeting McBride last year because he's a wide receiver and it's easier to do. But
right.
But you know, in some ways, McBride could be kind of the focal point, even if Harrison sees more targets. So I haven't been like slamming him. He's not like a smash to me in the third, but I think I'm definitely a bit higher on him than some of the other guys that leg up because, I don't know. I think that what he did as a rookie season does not like set in stone what he's going to be, you know?
No. DK Metcalf is the ADP value here. Igbokwe is the fun pick here. Devonta Smith is the adult pick here.
Let's do the adult pick.
Does he have a week 8 bye? He doesn't. He has a week 9 bye. So there
you got to cover that bye, yeah.
You got to cover that bye, dude.
You got to cover that.
Everyone knows. 4 of your first 4 picks with the same bye is fine. 5, unacceptable. Unacceptable. Have you had any serious rethinking about our selection of Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt last night?
I think we were lucky that we pushed him and got him that late.
Honestly, I agree. Truly. That is going to be some CLV there. A lot of people are asking about McMillan and Igbokwe. Guys, we'll get to them. The Igbokwe thing was written. Oh, go ahead.
I just want to real quick on the JCM stuff. We went from we've been ahead of them for a while because this has all been bubbling, and you want to be aggressive on these rookies. You know, double-edged sword. You have probably too much Brashard Smith if you drafted with the sidekick as well, but you've got plenty of JCM at much cheaper prices. And even last night, I was drafting the sidekick. I'm in like 450 slows now. They're finally starting to finish up a little bit, but I was still getting JCM like pretty easily. And then I was talking to Michael Dubner this morning, and he's like, I'm not getting any JCM. I'm like multi-tabling, doing all these drafts, not getting any. And I think that's kind of where it's going to be for our position on him now. Is that he's moved up so quickly that we're kind of bearish on him today, but we were like huge bulls 2 days ago. Yeah, that's how big this swing has been.
I moved him up into the 80s. It's pretty bullish, but
pretty bullish. We're like at 100. We're like rated 100.
What I mean, I think
Hunter, man, come on.
Oh, yeah, that's all day. It's so funny. Like when the slaps get over,
week 8 bye. Let's go.
Oh no, week 8 bye. So like the slaps are falling all over themselves to draft Ricky Pearsall and Emeka Igbokwe right now because the news is favorable for them with the Brandon Ayuk PUP stuff and Jalen McMillan on the IR, and it's like, yeah, dude, I'll just happily Dipperino slurp here on Travis Hunter. The Igbokwe stuff, though, by the way, this was already written in pen with Chris Godwin going on the pup. First off, if he started, he was never going to give his job up to Jalen McMillan.
Right.
So McMillan should not really at this stage have been impacting. Like the big shift for Igbokwe was when it became clear that Godwin was not going to be ready in week 1.
We actually moved him up a little bit because I feel like we probably weren't we hadn't fully given him credit for Godwin being out, pup, and then maybe not coming back all the way after pup. The Godwin stuff has gotten a little concerning. So,
sounds like
moved him up a little bit.
Sounds like Godwin is maybe not even running right now.
Right. That report was just like a day or two ago, and that's obviously not good.
I'm gonna say, if I'm guessing, again, running does feel important for football players.
I do think that, that's going to factor in for a wide receiver pretty heavily. Yeah.
Now, we're going to be dusted at running back 2 on this team. Not that it really matters. Although the nice thing about drafting on DraftKings is you're literally in the 240s and you're like, there's still a running back I'm cool with here.
Yeah.
Like I did one this morning and I got like 19th round Blake Corum. It's like, come on, guys. What do we do? Although another week 8 bye there. Sad. Oh, and we have Kerrane. We have Kerrane.
We handcuff.
Yeah. I think the Kerrane handcuff actually is good because the prices are so cheap on his backups. Like it does.
Yeah, but it's
totally
you don't know
immaterial.
Who it is.
It's Corum. We know who it is. It's Corum, bro.
Corum stunk so bad last year.
I mean, who cares though, right? I think that's a lesson we should all learn.
I do.
I think we should have learned that lesson from Tank Bigsby is that some guys just stink and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's not that he's dead, but Bigsby at least went into last year and it's like it's him and ETN, right? He's the only guy.
Yeah.
Where like if there's another guy,
if there's
also
another
guys
guy
who stink in the rookie years go on to be nothing pretty consistently.
Yeah.
Do you want to just take Jennings and
look?
Be strong at receiver.
I was gonna say I'm always hip to Juwan Jennings. It's been funny to me to see. Well, I guess you're more hip to this calf injury than I am, but the Jennings
only to the point where I want this. I want him in the 7th now.
Yeah, Jennings falling while Pearsall is rocketing up doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Like you have to really believe that Jennings has an injured calf. The reason there's been zero news on Jennings for weeks is because it's not a real calf injury, because he just wants to get his contract.
I think it is a real calf injury. I think he actually hurt his calf. I don't think he's like limping around his house though.
Right.
Like, I think he's doing fine. You know, he's like, I think he pulled his calf again and was like, screw this. I'm not gonna get hurt on this crappy contract.
Would you like to take Jalen Warren, Jordan Mason, or Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt?
Do you think we can get Krosky-Merritt back?
Reading the texture of the room, I think it's going to be hard to get him at 104, but not impossible. So I think
let's try it. Let's try it. Let's take one of these other 2 backs.
We'll do Warren because I am trying to get back to above 8% on Jalen Warren after
too much Caleb,
which I think like this is not one at the end of the day where I'm saying, oh, Davis, you played this so bad. Your bag is totally dead. There's no way it can pay off. But it was buying the top arena of something that got like, I this is really, and I should have anticipated this, that like, obviously the combination of Aaron Rodgers, Mike Tomlin, and Arthur Smith would have pushed a rookie lower in training camp. This was a classic Leone situation, man. Start with the rookie low and the veteran high, let the market come to you, and then buy once the market starts to rationalize out.
I had a couple things working in my favor on this one because I'm a big Jalen Warren guy, and I wasn't that big of a fan of Caleb Johnson as a prospect. But yeah, this one was, I feel good about how I played this one. It was tough I took some in the 7th. I definitely took some in the 7th, but yeah, I've always had a bit of a tough time with Williams's price. Johnson's price, sorry. Johnson's price. Caleb Williams' price is fine. Yeah, I don't know. He shouldn't be like the big gap between him and like Scattaboo when Scattaboo was healthy was tough for me.
Scattaboo back at practice today.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You'd love to see that.
As a non-big Scattaboo drafter, I'm ambivalent about it. I mean, I'm happy to have another running back option that I feel comfortable drafting.
Mm-hmm.
I had started finally taking Tracy though. I've
been taking Tracy. Yeah.
I was gonna say I've been kind of sitting out the wars for a while. Which
I've got a bunch of Scattaboo from early on, and then mid when he was like, literally Greg Rosenthal described him as Brian Daboll if he went back in time to play running back, and I was like, that sounds good. Like that was the reports out of camp. Like they're like, this guy's literally Daboll. So that was that got me kind of excited. And then he gets hurt, and I've been taking a decent amount of Tracy. I mean, I'm in all these 150 eliminator slows. I have a lot of Tracy there. I have a lot of Tracy there.
Tracy is an extremely good eliminator pick, just because his production should be front weighted, regardless. Yep. I'm not in 150. I'm in about 90 eliminator slows, and I do take a lot of Tracy. Let's now. Sidekick wants us to take a quarterback, but I think we maybe tell the sidekick about a new sheriff in town, Sheriff Bill, who I don't believe has been selected yet. He has not been selected yet.
Sheriff Bill.
Sheriff Bill, welcome to the team. We're going to patch it together at quarterback on this team. It's going to be a 3-quarterback team. Jackson Dart is probably going to be involved. Aaron Rodgers might be involved in this story. Daniel Jones might be involved in this story. Are you drafting Daniel Jones now?
Not really. I took him yesterday when in the DraftKings draft that I streamed yesterday. I took him 20th round, and I had, I don't know, I forget who I had, but it was like, let's say it was Goff and Purdy or something like that. I was like, oh, let me get a little extra juice here. Might have even been worse. Might have been Geno, whatever it was. And yeah, I think is like that kind of like little Band-Aid, little extra points. He's fine, but I don't think he's really a target.
What is it doing? Are you higher on Downs, Pittman, Warren, lower? Like what does it do to Colts pass catchers for you?
I'm a little higher, but didn't adjust a ton. I think both these guys play this season. I still think we're seeing both of them. I don't see how Daniel Jones is possibly good enough to hold this job all year.
There's just no, like, he is a provably bad quarterback, which makes it insane to me that this was the decision they made, because like, it feels like if anything, you at least give Richardson the chance and then you bench him and then it's just over. Like, you just never play him again. He's shadow banned from the realm. But to do it this way is like, Richardson must have just been, wow, that, Kerrane, that's why you play the game. Push Goff around the corner.
Let's go.
So doing the early JCM, which, by the way, JCM ahead of Quinshon Judkins and J.K. Dobbins, completely fine. Like, just if you're freaking out about that.
Hey, you know what I like about JCM? He has a contract. I like that about him. It seems bullish that he was signed to his team.
After talking with you guys yesterday, I moved Judkins down because I had Judkins ranked pretty aggressively after the charges were dropped. But dude, we're 16 days away from the beginning of the National Football League season, and Quinshon Judkins does not have a contract signed yet.
Yeah.
So bare minimum, he's not playing first week of the season, second week of the season, three weeks of the season, I would guess. But
yeah, I
don't know.
He's not. I don't know. I mean, it's hard. It's very strange because there's no. This has gone from the Browns very understandably not wanting to sign him and, letting the situation play out to just like a fully self-inflicted wound. Like, the situation has played out legally. No charges were. He's not being charged with anything. So what are you waiting for? You're going to wait for the NFL to do their slow ass investigation while this dude's not even in camp? Like, it makes no sense from the Browns' perspective to me. I think it's probably around this language of, fully guaranteed money, and they don't want to do that with the potential suspension still looming. But that is just so dumb. Like, just sign
dumb.
The guy. It's so dumb. Like, oh, we're going to set a precedent that even if a guy is cleared of charges but awaiting a suspension, that he gets fully guaranteed money. Like, is that the concern? Because, like, zoom out. Get this guy in your building. It's just a ridiculous franchise.
Got Isaiah Bond in $3 million guaranteed dollars.
Yeah, and then they sign Isaiah Bond. Like, let's undermine our whole position with Judkins and make ourselves look like absolute clowns by signing this other guy that like could get suspended, I guess, because he also got.
It's the most guaranteed money that an undrafted free agent has ever gotten. I believe. Sam Reinhard. I think I messed up his name.
Just not a serious organization.
No. All right. I actually think maybe we do Lawrence and try and backstack here. We're pretty far behind at quarterback.
We can do Lawrence for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even a backstack. We got
Travis
Hunter.
we have Travis Hunter. Yeah, that was a better pick there. Interesting to see the sidekick sim. I know it is off my rankings, but interesting to see the sidekick sim become more favorable and one Mr. Tank Bigsby.
Yeah, I mean, what we basically with what we had after the first preseason game are like, Bigsby is a fragile play. He's a bet on kind of an early season rushing role that he holds on to as Bashal Tutin comes on, and kind of makes the backfield murkier as the season goes, right? If he doesn't have that early season rushing role, then he's like, it's kind of like, what would you say you do here? And the first preseason game, he played completely behind Travis Etienne. Now, Jacob Sanderson called this correctly at the time, that was them just kind
I was going to say,
that
feather in the cap for Mr. Sanderson on that
100%. 100%. Yeah. He was like, no, that's not what this is saying. It's just that like he's technically second on the depth chart and they're just giving everyone full series. But he's still but this doesn't show he's not going to be their lead runner. Then the second preseason game comes out and he's their lead runner very clearly. And so we just basically went back to where we were before the preseason started, because that was like our initial prior was that the second preseason game was kind of the usage we were expecting. So once we got that, we're like, okay, yeah, the first preseason game doesn't mean anything,
right?
Other than like technically ETN as the starter, but who cares? So we're back to Bigsby, kind of where we were. I still feel like kind of good about the way we handled it, because I do think if Bigsby doesn't have that early down role, he really is kind of worthless.
Wow, talk about
look
getting.
Like he has it though.
Oh, okay. Sidekick wants Tutin. I kind of want to take Luther Burden here. Thoughts?
I mean, Tutin is stacked, so that makes probably more sense. We need the running back more. Right. I love Luther Burden. This is the first time I think all summer I've not been a Luther Burden vote.
I knew I liked Luther Burden. I knew Luther Burden was a Davis Maddox style of player, all of these things. And then I heard him say, if you put me in space, I'm going to be a problem, after scoring against the Bills' third string defense. And I was just like, wow, man. Wow. I absolutely love it. It's just the greatest.
Yeah.
Would Tyson Bagent be the best quarterback on the Indianapolis Colts?
No, but Jimmy Garoppolo would.
Jimmy Garoppolo makes money. I would say Jimmy Garoppolo might be getting paid the same amount as Daniel Jones.
They actually really like Garoppolo.
Oh, actually, I'm wrong. I was thinking Garoppolo's last contract. Garoppolo's making nothing. Never mind. That was an immediate lie. Trey Lance looks like the Trey Lance of old. The Trey Lance in my head.
The Trey Lance we imagine. When I say of old, I mean about my old dreams.
I mean the one that I invented in my head when he was the
never really existed.
Player.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, quarterback is all about confidence. Who's going to inspire more confidence in you than Harbaugh? That's a guy who's going to get you to believe in yourself.
Off-season content idea for ship chasing. We can't do this, late August now.
Late August, yeah.
But off-season idea, we do a backup quarterback draft.
Love it. That's so good for March. That's like
Isn't that a great March idea?
That's a really good March. And then we do there's an extra element to this where we do some kind of sim or something, like a Madden sim.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. This is always the way it goes. We're getting close enough to the NFL season now. All these teams have realized they do not have quarterbacks. How is Kirk Cousins still on the Falcons?
I don't know, man. The Colts not getting him. If they were going to do this,
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. And I suppose it is probably because he is owed too much money.
Yeah, I think it's kind of hard to move on from him without them eating a ton of dead cap. And so they would need someone else to like take on money.
Yeah,
I think they can move on real easy though. After this year, so and I don't know. Did you see quarterback? Did you watch quarterback?
No.
So Cousins gets benched, and then he calls Penix that night to congratulate him to let him. I think he maybe broke the news to Penix, or at the very least, he's like one of the first guys to talk to him. They interview Cousins' wife, and she gets like kind of emotional about it. Like she's like super proud of him that he handled it that way.
Who do you want to take here? Ayuk good?
Ayuk's, yeah. Let's take Ayuk
or Strange.
Strange.
Yeah,
sure.
That's probably enough Jaguars. Honestly, we took Ayuk.
So then he shows up at practice and he's like, I understand the show is like essentially propaganda, but still, he's out there and like he's just like seems like he's having a great time. He's just like kind of coaching everybody up, And Raheem Morris is like, I've never seen a better backup in my life. Like this guy's like putting in so much work to being like support for Michael Penix. I wonder if Kirk kind of screwed himself there. That like now they're like, yeah, this guy's like, we can't not have this dude in the building for Penix's rookie season.
Should have raised more stink.
He should have been Aaron Rodgers and he would have gotten out of town. But they're like, this guy's like an elite mentor. We need him around.
I mean, he probably doesn't care because he likes the thing you gotta understand about Kirk Cousins is about the bag. So the thing that he is trying to do is not get cut or not ruin any of his guaranteed money, right? I mean, that's first and foremost for him. And the primary way to do that is to not have your contract change.
Right.
Get paid as many game checks on this contract with it. Because when you get cut, you do give up some money. Because obviously not all of your you're not Deshaun Watson, not all of your contract is guaranteed.
Yeah, if they can get out next, because this year they have $75 million in dead cap with a $40 million cap hit, so they really can't get out of it this year. They would need to do some kind of thing where a team takes it on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Next year though, they can save. They save like $55 million over 2 years if they move on.
There you go. Yeah, it's over. It's over. We really want Cameron Ward here.
Let's do it.
We're sweat. There we go. Got him. Cameron Ward, and we can take his Numenorian wide receiver, Alec. What was Jacob saying? A Humanor?
A Humanor.
Is that what it? I mean, he's Canadian, so I guess maybe Jacob would know. But
is that in a boot thing? A Humanor?
All right.
The O?
Alec,
the O's a U?
Io Manor pronunciation.
I've never been able to get this one down. It's the new Albert O for me.
How do you say? You say, yeah, Io Manure. Io Manure.
Io Manure?
It's phonetic alphabet, capital EYE, I-O, M-A-N, man, double O-R.
I'm going to just YouTube and see if we can find him saying his own name.
Yeah, this is how I say it, is Io Manor. Iumanor cannot possibly be right. I don't know, maybe it is.
I'm listening to this YouTube video.
Oh no.
This YouTube video is insane. Like, it's a guy pronouncing it, but he has like a thick accent. So I'm like, I can't.
Like a Canadian accent?
No. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's not Canadian. And I don't think it's very helpful.
Yeah, I'm just saying Io Manor. It's a cool name. It's a cool name. I mean, I want to pronounce it correctly, but I just don't think a Eumenor could possibly be close.
A Eumenor cannot be right.
No, can't possibly be.
I'm watching videos. Let's see.
By the way, for the audio listeners, this is the team. Jared Goff by week 8. Kyren Williams by week 8. Jalen Warren, St. Brown by week 8. Marvin Harrison Jr. by week 8. Devonta Smith, Brock Bowers by week 8. Travis Hunter by week 8. Juwan Jennings, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Trevor Lawrence by week 8. Bishal Tutin by week 8. Brandon Ayuk and Cameron Ward. We're fair. I think we're fairly cooking with a 3-4-6-1 build, and we just need one of the. Well, by the way, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt and Bishal Tutin. I mean, that's how you know you might be.
That's they're slapping it up.
That's slapping it up. That's blind seal. All right, we've got Garendo, who really. Oh, Garendo went. Dang it. I do not want to take Romeo Dubs. Any of these tight ends.
Brown, Hollywood Brown, back at practice today.
That's we're going to take Hollywood. That's a very, very sneaky one. No one, first off, no one noticed Hollywood was injured and his ADP didn't move. Then
we did. We had him lower in the Sims.
Then no one realized that he actually wasn't that hurt.
Well, it seemed
unclear. Bad at first. What seemed really bad at first. They thought Andy Reid said he avoided surgery, and I was like, "What is this guy dead?" Right. And then I circled back around. I was like, "Oh, actually, he's okay."
Yeah. No, we moved him up just before this because he's back at practice today. So, the next run of the Sims, he'll be higher.
Wow, got the blind seal. Got the blind seal shirt is in the mail.
Hell yeah.
Slappy the Seal, brother. I hope you enjoy that. Royals was getting a lot of training camp buzz, and then absolutely none. The training camp buzz on Royals has gone to 0. But I think that's because everyone's so depressed about the Rashee Rice turn in the case, actually. Well, and they don't think that he's going to have to play early on in the season anymore. So if he doesn't have to play early in the season anymore, then what's the point? Because he's, probably... Right. All right, we need a running back. Shipley chasing, Woody Marks, Roshan, Keaton Mitchell. Got a favorite here?
I love Giddens, but I think we can get him later.
I was gonna say we can get him. We'll do Shipley chasing. I just like to I like to take as much as possible. I like to take Algier, Shipley, Montgomery doesn't really count. Garendo and Jordan James, Keaton Mitchell. I wish what's a really annoying thing? I really wish that Raheem Mostert was not the running back 2 for the Raiders, man. Yeah, I wish I wish that they would have either kept the same backfield from last year so we could draft Sincere McCormick, or signed, I don't know, literally anyone. Just literally anyone other than Raheem Mostert. What is the point?
I think the point is that Genty's going to smash.
Well, right. That's the point. But I'm just thinking of contingency value, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish the Raiders would have taken Ollie Gordon. That would have been sick.
Where would you? Yeah, Ollie Gordon. Where would he be? Where would he be fun? Do you want him downhill?
Chiefs.
I mean, honestly,
Chiefs,
you know where Cowboys. I wish he went? Eagles.
Yeah.
I wish he was. Yeah. I wish he was on the Eagles. I think he beats out Shipley as the early down guy, and that's the type of offensive line. The whole thing with Ollie Gordon is you have to get him up to speed, and then it's going to be a problem. But you need really good blocking, I think, with him. The Dolphins was almost worst case scenario.
Dolphins is bad because he's not a great 1-to-1 for Achane. He's also not a great 1-to-1 for the Mostert role.
I think he is. Yeah, he does some of the Mostert stuff, but he's not consistent like Mostert. That what I didn't kind of realize the type of Ollie Gordon was until I really dug into the profile. As I was writing him up, I'm like, oh, he's like a really boom bust guy. He's a big back, but he's a breakaway runner.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, he's a strange fit behind a terrible offensive line.
Unless you just think I could see an NFL team getting Ollie Gordon in their program and say, we're going to change 2 or 3 things in like his running style. We're going to get him on a different diet. We're going to get him on and we're just going to have him be a tackle breaker. We're going to say, it's your job to get the 2 yards that Jalen Wright can't get because Jalen Wright is not any good.
And I mean, like Kenneth Walker was very, very boom bust
Mm-hmm.
as a prospect, and then in his first couple years, and then he's actually become a lot more consistent while still being explosive. So these guys can improve.
I mean, I would hope Ollie Gordon has the ability to improve because he went for. It's just like I don't really remember anything like you know who is a guy like this. This is really gonna bring you back to the olden days. Remember Bryce Love?
Oh man, but he tore his knee.
He tore his knee, but he was the best running back in college football in 2017. Got hurt. Ollie Gordon never even got hurt.
Right.
It just
well, Chuba is a kind of example of this. Right?
Chuba, it's so funny. Yeah. All right. Giddens is available. This is probably the last tier of tight end. Gesicki, Theo Johnson, Dalton Schultz.
I think the tier already broke. I think we just take Giddens.
Okay. I actually like Keaton Mitchell a hair better, but I think that's probably wrong, honestly.
Goodson's hurt. Like Giddens has this job, and I think if you want to talk about who the Daniel Jones stuff helps, I think it helps the running backs a bit because they'll throw to the running backs a little bit more. Richardson cannot throw to the running backs. He's incapable of completing short passes.
Like literally incapable. Do you think Anthony Richardson goes to go play catch like with his family and it's just like you have to stand 50 yards away from me? Like I can't play catch. Like Anthony Richardson is a dad, I believe. So
how many broken windows do you think are in Anthony Richardson's neighborhood? Like how many sliding glass doors have been replaced?
Oh, that's so funny, dude. Yeah, like he literally can't complete like an 8-yard out.
It's unbelievable. But he can definitely launch a baseball three houses over.
All right. Tight end or tight end or Diami.
Let's do Diami. This is all part of my master plan.
I was gonna say we're betting it. We're betting it on Bowers. Well, I was gonna say if we wanted to take our duck-footed king, we could have just taken him.
No, that's what I'm just literally breaking ties to wide receiver until we can take Harold Fannin. That's all that's happening.
Buddy, dude, it is August 19th. Just we could take Harold Fannin.
Hey, last time I was on a stream and we floated Harold Fannin, I was betrayed. We talked about amphibious. What's an amphibian versus what's amphibious? Thought we were getting Harold Fannin. Then we took Jalen Coker.
You sold me like I famously actually during the last DraftKings Best Ball week I kind of made fun of you.
Yeah.
I was
which
wrong.
is fair. I was a little.
No,
early.
I was wrong. I was wrong, man. And another thing that you were right about was my wish casting for Deontay Johnson as a round 20 pick. Totally dead now because Isaiah Bond is just going to play over him. Like if you have if you have 2 guys with an attitude problem, maybe the 22-year-old gets a better attitude. The 28-year-old's not going to get a better attitude.
Yeah. And the 28-year-old, I think Deontay Johnson his fall from grace was so dramatic where he literally went from being the locked in number 1 target for the Panthers to like having to fight for routes. And I don't think he like mentally made the adjustment, you know? And my evidence for that is that he's about to be on like his 5th team in 15 months. Like it's crazy.
No, I mean he's just not going to be an NFL player anymore. Like like some guys do not have the ability to change their role, right? To like so right. I'm trying to think. So great example of this, Steve Kerr. Well, maybe not, because Steve Kerr was never that great. I'm trying to think of an Gary Payton. Gary Payton, NBA superstar, prominently involved in Western Conference Finals teams for the Superstars, and says, you know what, man, I'd like to go win a championship. Let me go be the 8th guy off the bench for the Shaq Kobe Lakers, right? Let me happily go and do that. It's more common in the NBA because you can play fewer minutes as you age. It's harder in the NFL.
Right.
Zach Ertz, good example. Just a guy who is like happy to go and be the 3rd option for the Commanders. Whatever.
There is I can't think of the examples right now, but we've seen this before where a guy is like the starter, but then the second he's not your starter, it's like, well, we can't even have him on the roster.
We can't even have him on the roster because he's too much of a tilter.
Yeah. It's like a problem. If this dude's not the actual starter, then he's actually the problem to have around. It's like a distraction. I feel like there's a good example of this in the NFL, and I can't think of it.
There are like our brains are not working right now, but there are lots of examples.
There's lots of examples. Yeah.
I mean, so like Diggs, that's a good example of a guy who I think is like, if Diggs loses a step and they're like, yeah, dude, we're really going to throw the ball to Kyle Williams, he is not going to take well to that.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Adam Thielen with Justin Jefferson.
Maybe. I wonder. Yeah, let's do Phantom Man. Let's go.
Adam Thielen was not complaining when Justin Jefferson looked like the best player in the NFL.
Right.
He was like, I guess I don't know a ton about Adam Thielen, but I don't remember. I don't really remember that.
Now the Bears backs are showing up here. How nervous are you about, because they have a pretty high waiver claim and Robinson's getting cut. He's going to get cut.
Yeah, he is. Well, doesn't it feel like some team's just going to give him a 6th round pick?
Maybe, but he is not, like, if they don't, he's getting cut. I watched Ben Standig had and shout out to Ben Standig on this, because he was way ahead of the curve.
He was really early to it.
He was so early to it, and I was like, he's probably just saying what he would do, but we should take this as directionally accurate and draft JCM, but obviously they're not going to like cut Brian Robinson. No, that he just had the info. They were going to cut Brian Robinson. So he had that like a week ago or more. But anyway, I listened to his breakdown, and there's something else going on pretty clearly as well. He kept talking about if we hear from Peters or Quinn, we might learn about the other factors involved. So I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it sounds like a decision has been like fully 100% made that Brian Robinson's ultimately not going to be on this team.
I absolutely agree with that he's not going to be on the team. I don't want to take any Bears running backs, but this is
scroll down on the sidekick. Who else is popping up here?
Royals.
Hunter,
keep in mind my
Royals.
Rankings are in this.
Yeah.
I think we do Theo Johnson.
Sure.
Although what's funny about the sidekick is I have just this is my anecdotal observation, and I think you and Shady could tell me the reason for this. As the rounds get lower, my rankings have a lower impact on what the sidekick is telling me to do, and the sim itself is gaining in weight. Like I could rank, like I have like Theo Johnson ranked pretty aggressively in my stuff, or Jalen Royals or whatever, but the sim, it's more likely the data in the sim is at the top of the sidekick than my ranking.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, because as you get down to the end, it's sort of like we're leaning on the sims there, like slightly more to sort of make sure you land the plane, basically.
Yeah. It's interesting. Kerrane, what have you done with your Eckler ranking?
Eckler's up. My initial reaction was that this didn't change a ton for Eckler, because he's going to be the passing down back, and there's going to be an early down back or early down backs, to start the season. I think it's going to be Chris Rodriguez and JCM, it looks like. I do think JCM takes that job and becomes dollar bill. And then, but then Austin Eckler will still have a role, and it might be like half the snaps. We've been ahead of ADP on Austin Eckler for a while. And so I was like, I don't know that this changes a ton for him. But then listening to Ben Stanig last night, he was saying like he was pretty bullish on Eckler as like a big part of their plans this year and someone they really trust. And this kind of being something where they want more explosive plays out of the backfield, but that Eckler can be a part of that as a receiver. But then as the running component, they want, they're really excited about Krosky Merritt and Rodriguez's ability to actually break some big runs, and we're kind of frustrated with Robinson there. But he also mentioned them like not wanting to tip what they were doing to the defense. When they have Robinson out there, they're not passing the ball as much, and that Eckler can help them there. So it did make me think, Eckler could start the season stronger than I was previously thinking, that actually this could end up being pretty good for him as Bill gets up to speed. We actually see Eckler as like kind of a starting running back, like not like big starter, but 60% of the snaps kind of thing. Maybe he gets some of the goal line work too. So I do think Eckler is a target right now for sure. Just not like he's hard to get like super excited about because he's an aging running back. He's got this rookie that just had this crazy strong camp that helps get the starter off the team. Like Bill is gonna, his role is gonna grow. Like this is gonna happen.
Eckler has like a hard capped ceiling in touches.
Yeah.
I mean, last year when Brian Robinson Jr. was out, Chris Rodriguez and McNichols were like in there. Jeremy McNichols actually played more than people remember.
Right.
Last year. I agree with all of that. First off, James Bennett Russell, who is a JCM Slappy, thank you as well for the Membies. You're a great, kind man. Kerrane, this is our team. A lot of week 8 buys. St. Brown, Bowers, Kerrane, Marvin Harrison Jr., Devonta Smith, Travis Hunter, Juwan Jennings, Jalen Warren, Corey Krosky, Merritt, Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence, Vyshel Tootin. God damn, that is a slappy ass run right there. Brandon Ayuk, who I don't even like as a player, but 150s is crazy.
Come on.
Cam Ward, Hollywood Brown, Will Shipley, DJ Giddens. I wish we would have taken Io Manor instead of Giddens. Diami, Fannin, Theo Johnson. It's the only thing I would change about that team, honestly.
Io Manor is a good note because we ended up with unstacked Ward, and that would have been a little more fun. But
I mean, unstacked Ward is kind of fine. The same way that unstacked, I don't know, whatever, Aaron Rodgers or whatever, it's like any guy who can conceivably throw any guy who can conceivably throw 4 touchdowns all to different guys is totally fine. Kerrane, what are you guys doing at Legendary Upside for Best Ball Week? Are you doing the ticket giveaway again?
Yes. Yeah. So we still have that. So for Sidekick subs, you can get a $20 bonus ticket to this contest. You got to enter this contest. You got to fill out a form at legendaryupside.com/perks. And you got to be a Sidekick subscriber, monthly or yearly. If you haven't received your credit yet, you should today. But yeah, head on over to legendaryupside.com/sidekick. Check out the Sidekick there. We're going to be doing, as I mentioned, I'm going to be doing drafts every day this week. I'm going to have an article out this week. I think I'm going to do it on my favorite late round stabs. You get the extra 2 rounds with the 20-round draft. So I think I'm going to look at the deep sleepers that I'm targeting right now.
So it's my favorite thing about drafting on DraftKings, honestly. Yeah. You actually, you know what? Okay. This is the David Beckham meme. Be honest. What do you actually? My actual favorite thing is that taking Dontavian Wicks on DraftKings can't be that bad.
I love it.
I'm not saying it's good, but there's just no way you can tell me in a format where Tank Dell has an ADP that it can be that bad.
Yeah. No, I mean that's just true.
That
bad.
On Underdog, it's bad. FFPC, it's bad. Drafters, it's still probably not great because you just need a guy who's going to be on the field all the time. You just need.
It's definitely not good in drafters. I don't think.
Not good on drafters.
Yeah.
Just actually, you know what? Take it back. My other favorite thing is about the injury tag, Q tag and out tag.
Honestly, that could be an article too. The best Qs on DraftKings right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might do it on that.
We're picking at 9. I would love to get McCaffrey here, but I think Mr. Bonk is going to select. Did we take Neighbor? I literally can't remember. Did we take Neighbors or Nico last time?
We took Amon-Ra.
We took Amon-Ra. Okay, so let's not take Amon-Ra this time. Got it, dude. The week 8 buys on the right side of the board. It's absolutely vicious.
The week 8.
How many? This guy's gonna auto draft. Sickening.
Come on.
All right. Neighbors or Nico?
I'd be Neighbors. Whole offense is
Kerrane.
gonna run through them.
How many best ball teams are you going to have drafted this year?
Probably about 1,000, I think. A little less than last year, but not, still 1,000 teams. So
even with the sidekick.
What do you mean?
Like, it makes it so easy to do slow drafts.
Well, no, I mean, so what we did a trip to New York in July, and I just didn't want to be on the clock
the whole time.
Yeah, I was like, we're gonna be doing stuff and out, and I just don't want to have to like ruin hangs because I gotta like make picks and stuff.
I was gonna say I'm going on a vacation with my beautiful wife, Thursday through Sunday, 15 days away from the start of the NFL season, and it's just like, dude, if it goes to 4-hour clocks in the middle of this vacation, I'm just gonna tap the surrender button.
Yeah.
Bowers.
Yeah, let's do Bowers.
Yeah, like
Dice and darts.
I don't think the clocks go to 4 hours over the course of this weekend, but if it does, I'm legit. I'm legit turning notifications off. Like I'm not gonna ruin a vacation drafting in the Pomeranian too.
Yeah, I get it, man. That's kind of where my head was at, and I didn't want to. So I just didn't enter any slow drafts, and then because the other thing too is like, I can manage the slow drafts if I like know it's actually somewhat easier to just like handle hundreds of slow drafts because it's in your bones that you're in these drafts. You're not forgetting. Oh, slow drafts. Like if I'm in one slow draft, if I'm like a dynasty rookie draft, 6th round rookie picks, I just have like you can go to it might be RotoWorld, whichever one you can just go and it's just like a timer. No, it's the quarantine auction that we're in. I expired on like 3 6th round rookie picks. Timer expired. I never can put them in. I was just like, you can't. It's like trying to roll back an FFPC pick 3 days later. Like it doesn't work like that. So,
no, let me tell you, the worst number of slow drafts to be in, like 19. Like literally
19, dude.
Like 19 is just if you're in, it's totally in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah.
Situation. Like there's no difference between being on the clock of 50 slows and 350 slows.
It's I mean, there's a little difference in terms of
this guy gets it. James, how many slow drafts are you in right now, James? Because I'm gonna guess it's a lot.
The difference is you got to set aside some time. Once you get up to like 500, you got to set aside because making the picks takes like an hour. So it's almost like you're doing a draft. But then I'm doing fast drafts. What I've started doing is I'll do like I'll jump in a DK draft and then I just make all my slow drafts.
Are you reading this right now?
2 weeks prior to week 1. Thursday is 2 weeks prior before the season. So wait, not in 2 days? Are you saying 2 days?
I'm saying in 2 days.
No. September 4th. Yeah, dude. We're in for a world of hurt.
All right, so this is my plan. If you're in a puppy 3 with me, or if you're in a Pomeranian or a German Shepherd or whatever with me, I'm pressing the plane. The eliminators, I will pick because I like that contest, but I'm throwing in the flag on the puppy 3.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all. And that's fine. That's fine. I'm happy. My rankings are fine anyways, and I have my positional limits set. It's fine. And I'm through like 11 rounds. Like at the end of the day, it's fine. Right? That's fine. What's the difference? Auto drafting, drafting. Do you want to do Kerrane on this one again? I honestly think Kerrane is a smash here.
I think he's a smash. I mean, running backs are a little bit more expensive here.
Also, I have another bone to pick with Jacob, which is that Kyron's advanced stuff is actually not as bad as he said.
No, it's not that bad.
I went to go because I filmed a video for DK Best Ball Week earlier. And I was comparing Kerrane Williams and James Conner. He made it sound like this is comparing like me to LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yes.
They're like the same. Not the same.
Conner was definitely better last
Connor's
year.
A little better, but it's Kerrane is not. First off, I am not shaming a low stake reg. I am a low stake reg. I'm not shaming anyone. I'm just being real about what is out there, which is I'm on the clock. I am in 400 slow drafts right now. That is not a negotiable thing on a vacation. I can't do. It's what
no shame.
It's
He's
triage.
just sharing.
I'm doing triage. All right, we took Worthy or Tet. I don't want to take Adams. Or Daniels.
Worthy.
Don't have to tell me twice, brother. Yeah, it's just I'm doing. I did not miss it. I did not miss James. I asked Mr. James Bennett Russell how many. He said he's only in 6, which is
whoa.
Imagine 6 is crazy.
6 is crazy. 6 is stressful to me. That's stressful. Like, because you're going to check and you're not on the clock. Like, I want to know when I go check these, I can set an alarm, right? And then I can go and I can check, and I'm definitely going to be on the clock.
This is what's sick about this is in no way, shape, or form a joke. This time last year, Davis was trying to figure out how to auto draft the puppy through with Mahomes, Worthy, and Kelsey on every team. It's exactly what I did, and I can even tell you I remember doing it. I ranked Worthy 23, I ranked Mahomes 24, and I ranked Kelsey 25. I entered 150, and I pressed the plane.
Wow.
You're
saying your advance rate wasn't very good last year?
Who could have predicted?
I mean, I feel like, Jacob's kind of accused you of like overlearning the lessons of last year. I mean, this would be a point in his favor. We're like, that's a pretty, there's some low hanging fruit right there. Maybe we don't need to move the running backs up that much. We just don't do that. That is so good. Holy shit.
So serious answer to this. Someone says, it didn't work out for you last year, but what if you were right? You would have crushed everything. The serious answer is I would not have, because there were people who did the opposite of me and took like Barkley, Derrick Henry, Kamara, all these guys. And guess what? They got killed in the playoffs. There's actually a better example happening right now. So the Dinger is the baseball contest. It's like Best Ball Mania for baseball. A guy advanced, Kerrane, get this, 104 of 150 teams.
Holy crap.
So over a, what is that? Over a 66% advance rate.
Yeah.
He advanced 0 of 104 teams in the semifinals.
Oh my God.
And your gut instinct to that is, oh, I mean, dude, he played so bad. First off, I don't think he played that bad. Like, obviously advancing 104 is good. And I don't think you want to focus that much on diversification, because obviously the market could just be like, if for example, if Brock Bowers was an 18th round pick with his current projection, we'd take him every single time. Regardless of diversification. But what it does is it does set you up to just get dusted, right? In just the way pod luck works. It sets you up to get insanely dusted.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like one of those things with a variance of the tournament. Like, if you could, if you can take like this luck chip and place it down, I think a lot of people would just like give me as many advancing teams as possible. But
I agree with that. No, so in my mind, I think you place the luck chip on just let me advance as many diversified teams as possible, as opposed to let me like. Would you rather have 150 advanced teams of the same 18 players, or just theoretically 75 advanced teams, but they're all different, like with a Jacquard tree of 100? And it's like, let's make this pick. Hunter?
Hunter,
Igbuka?
yeah.
Connor?
Man, I just think Hunter.
So we got Hunter.
We got him last time. Yeah. We could do Chuba if you want to, or we could do Harvey.
Is Connor a Dipperino? Let's do Harvey. Let's balance out. We did the adult pick with Kerrane.
Yeah. I like that.
So 75 is wrong. Like quick Leone math would tell you that's just like insanely wrong because the EV of advancing the team. But I would be really curious at what point. And everyone I say this on Twitter, everyone tells me I'm a total idiot. So maybe I just don't understand it all. But I would be interested the diverging point at which the diversification starts to matter.
To me, I mean, okay, how many years are you planning on like playing this tournament, right?
Right.
And then you think like, okay, what are the chances that just playing this tournament normally without the luck chip, I'll get a team to the finals.
Right.
You know, I think it's a doable thing, you know. It's not likely, but if you're like, you know, if you double expectations, you get one in every 4 or 5 years.
Hunter or Connor?
Hunter.
Wow. Slapping it up. So I'll tell you an interesting thing about DraftKings specific is the final is bigger.
Yeah.
Which makes it more likely that you get a finals team, right? It's just
it's less. The cut downs are 1 of 12, so you're more likely to make it.
The cut downs are less, and no disrespect to my friends on DraftKings, way more dead teams. Just like way more teams that just like literally do not have a chance from the jump.
So I would use my luck chip on week 17.
Hard agree.
I'm going to make the final right at some point, and then I want to win it when I'm there.
Yes. The question is literally 150 of the exact same team, picks 1 through 20, versus 75. 100% Jacquard teams and on DraftKings. Obviously, you'd choose 150 of the same team because what if you hit the nuts in week 15? Then you have 150 teams in the semifinal. Like, it's but I would be curious for Leone or Shady or someone like that to do the math.
75 diversified teams, like 100%, because
that's definitely not true. Because the EV
you definitely do. They're the same team. Your outs to advancing is like one. You have one out.
I just remembered that I've said this to Leone before, and he like laughed at me at how simple my mind was working. Because there's still an expected value of advancing,
of doubling the number of teams,
of doubling the number of teams.
But they're the same team. The problem too is that like you get, you like if they all get to the final, they all have the same path to victory. Their win conditions are the exact same. So, like, I don't know. Your upside is that you cannibalize yourself in the final to a degree. You know what I mean?
I haven't been there, so I've never thought about what cannibalizing the upside would be in a final.
You can't win twice.
Yeah, Leo. Okay, yes, Leone's not talking about the same team, so you're right. Yeah, the real comparison
is
is
functionally one team. Woo Benny says, yeah, it's basically one team.
150 teams with the same core pieces compared to,
Then I would probably take the 150 teams because I have other ways that can happen. I've got like a core bet, but then I've got 150 different chances for that bet to get to the finals. Then I would do that.
Here's kind of an interesting question. So like that guy FFB Wizard who advanced the most teams last year. Like I wonder what his strategy is this year. You know what I'm saying? Like I wonder if he's just like doubling down on like, I know ball, I just ran bad last year, or if he is trying to diversify more.
Sorry, I'm distracted because someone just asked me if I could run for 400 yards against middle schoolers. I can only listen to best ball advice from someone who can beat a child to the corner.
That's a little bit of Swolecast overlap
Okay.
there. I don't really want to take Aaron Jones here. I would rather take Patrick Mahomes.
Let's do Mahomes.
Yeah. The Swolecast question was, how many yards could you run for in a middle school football game? And I said 400 yards. No, like just like they're not stopping me.
I think I could easily run for 400 yards against middle schoolers.
Easily, correct? Easily. Like like they're not I'm too strong for them. They're not grown. They don't have grown men.
Also, it's toss plays. Like it's like just toss me the ball, and I will toss me the ball.
I don't even need blocking.
I don't need blocking. Yeah, I want to just have as few children in an area,
in my
and I will get
possible.
around them or through that. Like if you make me run up the middle, I might actually get a little tired out. Maybe I run for like 315.
So that's what Leone said. Leone's like, dude, I would just get tired running against him.
Yeah,
so we could take Aaron Jones. We could take Josh Downs. We could take Jordan Mason. We have a 1-2-3-1 build.
Aaron Jones in the 8th round on a PPR site seems good.
Send it. I like Aaron Jones. Yeah, I think you're running for minimum 314. Minimum 4 touchdowns.
I mean, yeah. We're talking like a 4-quarter like football game.
We're talking they sub you in for Dennis the Menace at running back.
We're breaking records, man. It's crazy. Like,
dude, I'm telling you,
middle schoolers are children.
You're an 8th grader. Like, you guys are just not correct about this. An 8th grader, dude. An 8th grader. Think about, there's just residual. And Kerrane's a dad. Kerrane has dad strength. It's not.
Look, I will definitely get tired, but I'm not going to get like, I'll be okay. I'll be able to recover. Maybe I take a play off here or there. But also, I'm going to be scoring touchdowns.
I'll spell Kerrane on 3rd downs.
The only way, who was against you on this? Who disagreed?
Everyone disagreed. To which I thought you guys need to believe in yourself.
The only way you lose this is if Kitchen is coaching the opposite team, and his job, he's just like, we're playing slow. We got to bleed the clock so that Davis can't get back out on the field on offense. We got to win the time of possession game. That's how you lose this, where you just don't get enough possessions. But nah, dude, you're like I think of how many times you wouldn't convert a first down. Like, you're moving the chains against middle schoolers, man. Come on.
I don't even care. So my first instinct was low man wins. Give me a 6-foot middle schooler. I'm chopping him down. He's got no chance. Being tall as a running back is not an advantage. There's a reason you don't see tall run. There's a reason Savion Williams, who's 6'4", is not a running back, even though he's built like a running back. Being tall as a running back is a disadvantage.
Davis is just going to absolutely destroy.
I'm gonna look like K-State Darren Sproles against these guys. Like, dudes are just gonna be bouncing off. They're not gonna be able to catch me. I'm gonna be. Do you guys have any idea how? Like, first off, I'm strong anyway, but just how strong a 33-year-old man is compared to a 13-year-old.
Just that out of context is very funny.
Like a 13-year-old is struggling to bench press the bar.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm just saying. All right.
So we can handcuff here with Dobbins, or we could take JCM.
Or we could take Mr. Bill. Is he available? He's available.
He's available.
Dude, I have Kerrane. This is my 125th DraftKings Millionaire Maker draft, so I have 25 left. I mean, I might just take him every time.
Yeah, why not?
JB, dude. You see, I am not. I will admit, then I'm a short man. There's nothing wrong with that. What do I bench? My max 235. I got 245 to this point yesterday, but couldn't lock my arms out. It's tough. Kerrane, who is the single most undervalued player right now? I have an idea. Texas middle schoolers cannot bench 250.
Let me pull up the rankings and see who are literally highest on from ADP.
I think it's probably someone who's actually expensive, but just not a first round pick. We need a wide receiver, Kerrane. Take your pick.
Rashid would be fine here. Higgins.
I'm a smidgen backing off of Higgins just because I think they're at least going to try and be stubborn for a couple games playing Xavier Hutchinson for whatever reason.
Yeah. I think
all right,
you're right.
I will. You know what? I'm going to give the chat one thing, which is that if I was playing against Texas, Georgia, or Florida, like 5A high schoolers, I would not run for 400 yards. I will grant the chat that. I'm thinking like my local like high school.
Yeah. I mean, if you assembled a dream team of 8th graders, then sure, Davis wouldn't run for, but we're talking
I'm saying I go to my local middle school and I say, hey man, will you just put me in on the JV team and just let me I'll be the tackling dummy.
This is one of those things where it's like, how many yards do you think you'd run for against middle schoolers? And you're like, I don't know, like 400 yards. And then people are like
400 yards.
You really think that
you're going to Arch Manning's middle school and running for 400 yards?
The best 11 15-year-old 8th graders who all got held back specifically to face you. You run for 400 yards. Really?
Really? Oh. The way Kitchen phrased it is it was like you're walking down, like you go to your middle school on a Tuesday and you say, hey, I'll be the tackling dummy.
Yeah. You're showing up at a middle school.
Hey man,
you're running for 400 yards.
I'm running for 400 yards. High school, different story. High school, I'm smaller than most American high schoolers.
This is different.
High school is
high
different.
School, we're talking about 18-year-old kids. You're not running for 400 yards against them.
Those kids are basically smoking me. I'm basically late stage Javonte Williams against those kids.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine. Most undervalued. Okay, here's my boring one. My boring one is David Njoku with Joe Flacco starting. Like he's like basically going to score more points than TJ Hawkinson. That's my boring one. Truth serum, spicy. Golden.
I think it's Luther Burden, and I wish
damn, I should have said that. Burden's right there too.
On DraftKings, his ADP is 134.
It's insane.
That's crazy.
It's criminal. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so nuts.
He could be going where Golden's going. He could be I wouldn't bat an
easily.
Eye. Yeah, wouldn't bat an eye.
Dude is so talented, and he's Olamide Zaccheaus is playing out of the slot.
This is your best rant ever. Please do the Oz. I was in tears listening to you on Best Ball Breakfast. Lawrence or wide receiver. Lawrence or Mooney.
Let's do Lawrence.
Yep.
Yeah. So the preseason breakdown on this was like Olamide Zaccheaus is playing in the slot, and Rome Odunze is at Z, and DJ Moore is at X, and rotated into the slot, the least of the three. So on the one hand, Zaccheaus has kind of never done anything. On the other hand, this is a really valuable role. So maybe Zaccheaus is going to be in for a career season. It's like, what if this is bullish for the guy behind Zaccheaus, who's a perfect fit for this exact role? I'd be down for Bigsby here. We could also do Scatterbill if he's back at practice.
I took Bigsby. To your point, Olamide Zaccheaus is the most Olabisi Johnson-esque name of all time.
Yeah, man. If you're seriously like who could be this year's Justin Jefferson, but we need an Olabisi Johnson, it's Olamide Zaccheaus. Like it's there. He's a better Olabisi Johnson than Olabisi Johnson.
Yeah.
Olamide Zaccheaus or Zaccheaus, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Burden is taking this job, man. He's throwing crack back blocks, whatever the correct term is.
Dude, that block was big.
It was huge. He's getting on the field. He's gonna be earning targets. Frankly, and I think this is what people are probably missing. He's gonna have a package of plays week 1. He's gonna be out there, and they're gonna be looking for him. They're gonna be seeing, okay, let's see what Luther can do. It's 4 quarters. We're not doing 13 snaps with the starters, right? We're getting a whole football game in here week 1. He'll be out there some. Maybe he only has 25% route participation. But when he's out there, they're going to be looking for him at a little bit of a higher rate because they're going to have some plays that are specifically designed to see what they got out of the rookie. I think pretty quickly he's got this job. And this is going to be his job by like week 5. And then I really think like he could just be a serious target earner out of the slot for them with Yak,
And none of this is to say, additionally, serious contingent value.
Yeah, serious contingent value.
Like maybe he is in like a timeshare with Zaccheaus or whatever. But like if DJ Moore or one of the tight ends or Rome gets injured at any point,
sure. But I also think DJ Moore is coming off a really bad year. And Rome Odunze is coming off a really inefficient rookie season. Now, he ran a lot of routes, which is actually bullish, I think, for that sort of situation. And the offense was a mess, and he could be awesome. But, there's a decent chance that Rome Odunze is, a solid, reliable outside wide receiver in the Rashad Bateman mold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really not that unlikely. And so
James
it's
is only in 6 slow drafts, so he has the ability to keep gifting Membies because he's not permanently obsessed with being on the clock.
So anyway, I think he doesn't even need injury. He could just become the top target on this offense down the stretch. It'll take a while. The track he's on isn't immediate, absolutely crushing in week 6 kind of stuff. But this is kind of the Rashee Rice type of play, but I think it happens a little bit more. He gets up to a good level quicker, but I think he's got that upside down the stretch to be the top dude.
As Peter Overzet famously said, Luther Burden is a Davis Maddock-ass prospect. And he is. Yeah. And I admit to being a little scared about him when things started to go against him. But sometimes you just need to see a crackback block to be back in. Now, let me propose an alternative to Hollywood Brown, which at first he might be around anyway. You want to just take Cam Ward again and try and make up for the fact that we missed on
we can do that again.
Yeah,
we can do that. And this percentage chance here for people not familiar, 87% chance to come back around the corner. So I think pushing it makes sense.
Are you going to do any of the big elims? I am not. I'm out.
I don't think I am. I maxed the eliminator. It's such it's going to be varying as hell.
I just liked the way the cool head-to-head thing
me too
was. That's what got me. Well,
were you the one who was talking about the content element of it?
The chat had to sell me on it. I wasn't going to max it, and they were like, Davis, what are you going to talk about in November? Like, dude, I'm still alive in the eliminator. 17 minutes on projecting who wins in my eliminator pod. Imagine. Oh no, this was literally my selling point to you. I said, imagine, Kerrane, you and I are against each other in the week 5. Imagine the content of Ship Chasing or the Shipcast or whatever that week when we're literally against each other. Hollywood.
Let's
look at tight end real quick. Is Chig going to come back to us? 44% on Chig coming back to us as our second tight end.
I think we do Hollywood, stack it up, take advantage of the discount. We need a wide receiver 5.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Like, or I mean, frankly, something that I think Liam and I could get a week of content out of would be Liam and I against each other in the eliminator. Like, we run the projections on every platform there is. We make us like, it's incredibly good content.
Why sell yourself short? I bet Liam could get even 2-3 weeks out of that with you. You could write up the matchup in retrospect.
Liam, first off, is no one. So people give Liam a hard time. Some of it's deserved, some of it isn't. But I'll tell you one thing about Chess Liam that no one gives him credit for this. He is literally one of the funniest people alive.
He's hilarious.
If you choose to see the humor in what Liam is saying, he like it's so funny. He absolutely cracks me up. He was the first guy to point out the content angle for me, and I was like, I don't know, whatever, I don't care. But once I started staring down the barrel of the reality of doing regular in-season content, and I realized that, like, dude, if you have 5 teams left in week 6, I mean, it's a freaking gold mine, dude. I really hope they run back the content next year, and I hope it's like bigger somehow. I don't even know how you'd make it bigger. Bigger right. Final, maybe
bigger final. You could do a 10-team final.
I was gonna say you get it down to like a 10, 20, maybe even a 50-person final, which actually adds
50
a little
sort
bit
of changes it a little.
Well, I was gonna say it adds a different strategy wrinkle to
it,
where you do need to care more about the final week than you do right now.
I kind of like that it's so like, I don't know exactly what the word, but like it's such a different format. Like there isn't that element.
Cash game.
Yeah. But at no point does it become, well, actually, you have to think of it like, no. It's just get there, get close. Like getting close is actually a viable strategy in the eliminator, unlike in BBM. Like you got to make the final in BBM to make any kind of money. You don't have to make the final in eliminator to make any kind of money. You know, especially if like your portfolio is constructed so that you're advancing like a lot of your teams. You know,
I was
get a couple teams pretty deep.
I was pretty close to thinking Corey Kiner might be draftable. Then he himself got injured. When Garendo hurt his shoulder and Jordan James hurt his finger, I was like, I don't know, maybe, but no, it's done. It's over for him.
Yeah.
All right.
One more pick.
Drew Dinkmeyer's second most drafted player, by the way.
Okonkwo?
Roshan, number 1. Okonkwo, number 2.
Okonkwo, the preseason stuff has been very bullish on. I was kind of sleeping on him a bit.
Yep. He's and I actually think he's one of those guys. You know how we always have these tight ends we wish cast on, and we're like, man, if he would just get enough snaps, I'm pretty sure he's good. I like actually think Chig is that guy.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going to get the snaps, and you know they were playing Van Jefferson at X and stuff. Like it's
that's done. Did you see that drop?
No, I didn't see the drop.
Oh, you literally are not coming back from this drop. Like just Cam Ward just puts it in a super like high anticipation throw, puts it on an absolute dime, and you're like, wow, literally anyone could catch that, and he just bobbles it. It was so brutal.
I mean, Van Jefferson absolutely stinks, but I'm using him actually as a bull case for Okonkwo. Like anytime Van Jefferson's on the field, you're more likely to get targeted.
Yeah, a little bit less, actually, unironically, a little bit less bullish for Chig if he has to earn targets over Io Manor.
Oh, for sure. Io Manor might be really good.
Pick a wide receiver.
Do you want to do Io Manor and lock it up?
You know what? I do, because I was annoyed last time to have not gotten him.
That bugged you.
Yeah. And here's a helpful hint if you're drafting on DraftKings.com for DraftKings Best Ball Week. After like pick 160, guys are basically going in a random order. Like the ADP is like the loosest guardrail, just because you have less percentage obsessed virgins on underdog or on right. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think that's a little unfair. I'm a big Gunnar Helm guy. I think it's a little unfair to say he's better than Chig. He might end up being better than Chig, but I wouldn't say he's definitively better.
Also, like, that's not how they're playing it. That Chig seems
Right.
to be the clear starter. So, I mean, if he's better than Chig, the Titans aren't aware.
Yeah. Breaking news from Arch Manning, by the way, at Texas Media Day. He said, I don't know where my grandpa got that from when he said
What from?
He's not coming out. Arch Manning or RG Manning said he's not coming out. He'll be at Texas. And Arch just said, I'm not sure where he got that from. I'm taking it day by day, which does actually matter a little bit, because I think that could influence how particularly the New Orleans Football Saints play the season. The Saints might actually become, like, obviously Kellen Moore himself is not going to be tanking, but.
So are you saying this is actually bullish for Tyler Shuck? Because in trying to secure Archie Manning, he's their best option? We got to get Shuck out there so that we can get Archie.
I'm really rocking a hard place there. Spencer Rattler went to the University of Oklahoma, maybe unfairly got benched for Caleb Williams, although in retrospect, clearly the right decision. Tyler Shuck has a golden retriever named Murphy. So what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
Who do I root for there? The only thing I know is that I don't want to root for Jake Haener, who is throwing a rugby ball around on the sidelines.
How many yards do you think Jake Haener would be able to throw for against middle schoolers?
Jake Haener against middle schoolers. He runs.
Now he's got to throw. So he's throwing two other middle schoolers. He's
throwing two middle schoolers.
And he has middle schoolers as his protection. So I don't want his rushing yards don't count here.
I was going to say, wow. Can Jake Haener throw a ball so good that a middle school tight end can catch it?
Like yeah, I mean, this is, I don't know if he's not throwing for 300.
He's not throwing for 300 yards. I mean, no, middle schoolers do not.
I don't know if he throws for 200
yards. Yeah. Oh, Jake Haener, man. Not even a particularly good quarterback at Fresno State, by the way. All right. We're up. I don't really want to take Dynamic Brown here. I'll do it.
We got a little behind at receiver. I think he actually.
We did get a little behind. We did. He got an end around in the preseason. That's like catnip for people like me. A preseason end around. Dude, the only thing that could make Harold Fannin Jr. a more slap level pick for me to be in on was if he had converted at some point from a different position. Mm-hmm. If he had been a running
quarterback
back from quarterback. Yeah. Eliminator is not good for the normies. Eliminator is very bad for the normies. Anything with an additional layer of strategy is going to be worse for someone who's not really thought about it.
Yeah, I think the Eliminator, some of the ADPs in the Eliminator to me like make no sense.
Yeah,
like no sense at all.
Yep.
So I think there's some. I mean, if you put in the work and kind of study the format, I think there's a big edge in the Eliminator. Let's do it.
Quack quack. It's like
quack,
Jalen Coker. That's you guys got to start doing that. You got to do quack quack on the Legendary Upside channel every time you take Harold Fannin Jr. No, we're not saying that Jake Haener wouldn't dominate. We're saying that the issue would be his receivers.
His receivers. Jake Haener would also run for 400 yards. He might run for 500 yards. But how many yards would he pass for? Right? Because now he needs the middle schoolers. This is a question about the middle schoolers as much as Jake Haener.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And about it being kind of hard to pass in middle school football, right? That's not normally how you win, right?
That's not how the ball gets advanced.
It's not how the ball gets advanced typically. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just not really how it goes.
He'd run. I would say Jake Haener would run for more yards than me against middle schoolers. That's not the point.
Yeah. Now, okay, how many yards if I'm his wide receiver? Keep in mind, not going to have a height advantage even on middle schoolers, probably.
Right.
Still probably more, again, because middle schooler, their athletic ability is going to be low. Okay, Kerrane, what was your response when you realized that Harold Fannin Jr. was getting rested with the starters for the Cleveland Browns? Like, kind of internally, what was that like at Legendary Upside Industries?
That was a nice day. Yeah, it was right after we had just passed on him, so I felt some vindication, you know.
Yep.
The backup tight end, barbs and arrows, you know, came right off. Oh yeah, this dude's fucking starter.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I mean, he's definitely not going to be like a, full-time guy, but it's been so clear for so long that they've had a plan for him and that he's going to be, a part of their passing offense right away, and has a lot of upside as, the most efficient and productive college tight end in history. So felt good. The thing with Fannin is like, I don't want him to get, that much more expensive. So
no,
in some ways I'm okay. He's one of these guys. I'm very, very comfortable being on a little bit of an island with Fannin. And so I'm happy to see it, but I'm also like, let's not JCM this, let's just quietly take him in the 16th round for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, you're not wanting to JCM this. I'm not paying 13th round prices on Harold Fannin Jr.
No, part of it is the price. Part of it is that he's so cheap, and it's like, oh, do I want Dalton Schultz or Pat Freiermuth or a tight end who actually has a lot of upside? But yeah, let me take that guy.
Yep. Another thing is I think the Bond thing, slightly bullish for Harold Fannin, because it does just show they like do not have a plan at wide receiver outside of Tillman and Judy.
Yeah.
So
the Deontay Johnson stuff was always so silly. Sorry, but it was
concepts of a plan.
Yeah. Come on. Like, it's Deontay Johnson. Like, Deontay Johnson's like nut outcome is to like have a role. Like, this is when players do that. We've seen players kind of spiral out like this, and it never ends in them just like being normal and good again.
Never. You'd be hard pressed. All right, we are up. I need to move Monungai down. Give me a running back here. I'm not taking Kyle Monungai.
Taj Brooks.
Happy to do it. The vibes are like you put the fear of God in me there, mentioning the waiver priority.
I know, man.
Brian Robinson Jr. You were dead on, right? All right,
it's just over. Like when you think through stuff like that too, it does make you consider like what you're doing. You're like, with Brian Robinson, like the thought of Brian Robinson coming in here, I'm like, Monungai will never even see the field. Like, well, then maybe Monungai's not good, and I shouldn't.
Oh well, Monungai is not good. I'm familiar with Monungai. He the kindest thing you could say about Monungai is that he's not Roschon Johnson.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Damn, KLS went. All right, Kerrane. World is your freaking oyster, dude. We can take anyone in the world you want. I won't say no to anyone here.
Just keep scrolling.
Our quarterbacks are Cameron Ward.
Did Mitchell
Lawrence.
go? Did AD Mitchell go?
Oh, for sure. How high he is in my ranks, dude.
I don't see anybody, dude.
Goodness gracious.
Get someone in the queue.
Trey Tucker. Sure.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Is there a tight end? Do we have two tight ends?
Oh shit, I clicked it.
Okay.
I probably would have been Waller here just for like a smidgen.
Yeah, why not?
Of ceiling.
Tucker's fine. He is technically a starter, I guess.
I'm gonna do one more. Do you want to hang or are you gonna go?
I gotta jump.
Okay. All right. Sell the people one more time. LegendaryUpside.com. All the good stuff.
Legendary Upside just had an article this morning out on Jalen Waddle, potential to break out into a league winner this year. And as part of a series that I've been doing, I've covered a bunch of the receivers going in rounds 4 through 6, and I'm going to be doing all the year 1 through 6 wide receivers going in that range as part of this series. that'll finish up in the next week or so. I've got my legendary running backs article that I'm hoping to get out on Friday or maybe Saturday morning, depending on the writing schedule. Got some articles hitting the site as well. Matt Irby, I think, will have a site tomorrow, an article on the site tomorrow. And then, check out the Sidekick at legendaryupside.com/sidekick. And you can check me out on YouTube here in like an hour. I'll be on with Christian Helmers doing another stream, and then on with Davis tomorrow for another DK Best Ball Week.
DK Best Ball Week. Hashtag DK partner.
Hashtag.
All right, everyone.
DK partner.
So basically, right when I'm done drafting this next one, you guys can go check Pat out. All right, Pat. Thanks for joining, man. I appreciate you.
Later.
Brother. All right, guys. I have 40 minutes left on the clock in this one, so this is actually timed very appropriately. I'm about to be up in another one. This final team was Malik Neighbors, Brock Bowers, Kyron Williams, Xavier Worthy, RJ Harvey, Travis Hunter, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Jones Sr., Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Rashid Shaheed, Trevor Lawrence, Tank Bigsby, Cam Ward, Hollywood Brown, Chigakonkwo, Alec Iomanner, De'Ami Brown, Harold Fannin Jr., Taj Brooks, and Trey Tucker with the final selection. I better make the pick in the one that I have 47 minutes left remaining. Looks like a team that might need a tight end. You know what else it might need? There you go. I'm just going to take Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt because we're having a nice, fun time doing that. Now we got to go find the one we are on the clock in. Slow, fast. Another pick over on the right side of the board, which is fine. I don't mind picking on the right side of the board. My article on Jalen Waddle's potential to be a league winner would be very short. There is none. How many yards would Pat's kid run versus Mills? Well, Pat's kid is very young, so probably not that many. How much does Roshan's ADP move depending on Kay Adams' question to Ben Johnson in 20 minutes? I did see our friend Coach Speak Index, Greg Branos, did literally tweet at Kay Adams and said, will you please ask him about Roshan Johnson because he will never talk about it. All right, guys, I'm going to go run and pee real quick. You guys can treat yourself to some KLS. You want to scroll the F down for Keandre Lambert-Smith.
Oh my fucking God.
I'm about it. I'm about it.
This is too good.
Someone slap the Keandre Lambert-Smith button. The first KLS reception, I was like, wow, he is the greatest wide receiver of all time. Is the 9th round too early for KLS? People are asking.
4.37 40, played at Auburn. This is Darius Slayton vibes.
My thesis is at least not that he is Jerry Rice's kid. All right, we're locked in. We're locked in here at pick 10. Nice. Yes, do you guys like my profile picture on DraftKings? It's an insanely cute photo of my dog, Murphy. Trust me, I'm never, ever missing a pick on stream, brother. Watch one of your pre-recorded videos the other day and just want to say the way you talk and produce the video has gotten so much better than some of the old ones. That is... That's actually great feedback. Because I think that I actually struggle with the pre-recorded videos. The pre-recorded videos are more difficult for me. It's a little bit less natural, and it's harder for me to kind of lock in mentally doing the pre-recorded videos. For whatever reason, it's just like talking to you guys right now, it's just very chill, it's very normal, it's very conversational. And then when I do the pre-recorded videos, I honestly actually get a little bit of stage fright. Nico Collins. Small little dipperino on Nico Collins there. Are you ever getting an evening stream? I'll tell you what, you might be getting evening streams at some point. Maybe a little bit closer to the season. We do some. All right. I'm not with Kerrane here. I am not afraid of Devin Achane's calf injury. How high are you willing to chase Igbokwe on DraftKings with Godwin probably out for a while and McMillan possibly out until week 10? Pretty high, Donnie. I think that it is rational to take Emeka Igbokwe. I'm going to be real. I think you could start arguing for Emeka Igbokwe probably after Calvin Ridley. I think you could rationally argue Igbokwe over Sutton, over Metcalf, over McLaurin, over Devonta. So I guess that's honestly not that far from where he goes. Yes, I do. I don't know why I do this. In fact, I have a pre-recorded video that is gonna come out on Saturday, and I know for a fact from editing it that I am talking super fast. I don't know what it is. It's just something about, I don't know what I really, it's like, because I guess I know that you guys are there, and I know that I'm not just in my basement talking to myself. Like, I know that there is a receptive audience and that it's a reciprocity and I need to be thinking. But when I'm just at my desk by myself, reading stats or reacting to a draft, it's like what it is that I think so quickly that I don't want to forget what I'm thinking. I have like a little bit of ADD, ADHD, and my brain is going so quick and I don't want to lose the idea. So it's like I have to get it out before the idea passes through my brain. I think that is probably what it is. It's hard to say, but that's what I think it is, and that's why I talk so quickly on the pre-recorded videos. The pre-recorded videos are one take, because they're live drafts. Most, not all of them, 90% of them, but they're one take and go for the pre-record stuff. For a YouTube short, I might do 2 or 3, because if you're doing like a 30-second video and you stumble over a word or you mispronounce something, it's going to be really noticeable. But for anything else, for anything that I've taken the time out to like make a thumbnail or whatever, one take and go. Travis Hunter going behind Igbokwe and Golden doesn't make much sense though. Well, Golden goes the last of them. Yeah, no, it's first off, that's helpful, and I can tell the way I'm talking. There's a huge difference in the way I talk and reading up. And who's to say what's better? I'm sure there are some people out there that like when it's off, like they just like information and it's straight up or whatever. Just play the BCM video on a loop and you'll be fired. That's true. MGM Artistry says they're good. So that's my boy. I got Achane at 20 on a Gibbs team. That is insane. That is too spooked. Skylar says I'm his favorite best ball streamer. Well, Skylar, to that I salute you. Well, there's a difference between having a script and reading off a script, though. Big difference between having a script and reading off a script. And I think my better videos are probably when I write the script, but I don't read off of it, versus reading off of like pre-recorded facts or whatever. All right, we have got Nico Collins and Devin Achane. I actually would happily draft JSN here on this build. There's a Patriots running back that I am hoping to get. Who's picking on the turn here? Ignatian 34. This guy's absolutely taking Trevion Henderson. Yep, that was the most obvious thing of all time. Gosh darn it, Davis. You gotta be better than that. You gotta be better than that. All right, well, let's double up on Seattle. I probably have no permutations of this team. Devin Achane, Ken Walker, Nico Collins, and Jackson Smith-Njigba. I have only, I only have 23 DraftKings Millionaire Maker drafts left to do. Davis, could you beat a middle school track team in the 400 meter? I'm going to guess no. I'm not a sprinter. I'm not a runner. I like to lift weights. I don't run. Yeah, I knew Henderson was going. That was bad. That right there, you guys just watched me play bad. That is, and I got what I deserved. I had to take Ken Walker instead of Henderson. With the larger finals in mind, do you think it's better to go chalk at 101 or get slightly different? I mean, I definitely am never not taking Chase at 1. 100% always taking Chase at 1. I do think, to your point, that taking Higgins and McBride every time is probably bad. Bullet point outline with space in between, so you have to scroll to slow you down. That's actually a good point. I think it is totally. I think you probably should be taking some late Chris Rodriguez, and I think you also, honestly, I think you can take Chris Rodriguez and Eckler together if you really want to fade the JCM stuff. Do you do any high stakes salary? What do you mean salary cap? Like auction leagues? I've never done a high stakes auction. I would maybe be hip to it. But no, I've never done them. That feels like I'll tell you what, it feels hard to do a high stakes salary cap league, because at the end of the day, if I'm spending, $2,000, $5,000 in a league or whatever, I want to have the ability to make $1 million. What are the odds B-Rob isn't a Commander first week? I don't know, minus 400. I think that relationship is cooked, because they told him to not even come to the stadium last night. They said don't even show up. That to me indicates that it's over. In my heart of hearts, truly, in my heart of hearts, this is how it plays out. Brian Robinson Jr. gets cut from the Washington Commanders. He gets signed by the Miami Dolphins and scores 5 touchdowns, and everyone involved with the Brian Robinson Jr. saga ends up being tilted. Yeah, I think Dallas, Chicago, and Miami, because now there is no veteran running back on the Dolphins roster now. See, I think the Texans already have Brian Robinson Jr. and his name is Nick Chubb. With how reactive the market is on DraftKings for next year, are you going to change when you do your drafts? I spread them out this year, but I might do 25% when it opens and save the other 75% for now. So, Soups, what I do on DraftKings is starting from the time the contest is open, I do 1 slow draft a day. I do so starting on what is that? June, May 29th, May, June, July, I enter 1 slow draft every single day, and then I fire in the slows during best ball week. We're going to go Igbuka on this one. Hope to get Harvey or Connor pushed around. Harvey goes. Harvey was always going. Bang. So we now have Devin Achane, Kenneth Walker, Nico Collins, Jackson Smith-Njigba, and Emeka Igbuka with James Conner. Nice little start to a team. Got 111 in my home league. Guy at the turn might as well be the counselor. What running back you taking? CMC would be who I would do. Brady, I do have, if you are interested, I do have a guide to home leagues. There's a link to it right down below this in the product store, but there is a 2025 fantasy football answer sheet. It's got a cheat sheet and a strategy guide for home leagues. If you're actually interested in home league strategy, $9.99. Yeah, if no CMC, I'm going Genty for sure. All right. This team does rock. Oh yeah, I forgot you can't play best ball in Las Vegas. That feels insane to not be able to play best ball in Las Vegas, but I guess it is what it is. Rashee Rice at 65. Wow. I was not paying attention to this. Joe Burrow went at pick 19. Travis Kelce at pick 43. Then Bo Nix at pick 67. Matt purchased the guide and really liked it. He drafts auctions, but still used it to differentiate. Well, how about it? Hell yeah, Matt. I'm very glad. On the idea with the guide, you actually hit right on it. Is the idea with the guide is everyone has different leagues, right? Everyone has, oh, my league has this. My league has first down bonus. My blah 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 blah. Right? Everyone has slightly different league adjustments. So the idea is just to get people thinking directionally about the type of players that help you win leagues. If you take Genty in the first round in a home league, how do you feel about Bowers? Not great. Like, I think you can do it, but I don't make it, particularly in a home league, I would not make it a point to do it. Yes, it's all the casino lobbies. Yeah. No one, you can't do underdog in Las Vegas. You can't even play DFS on DraftKings in Las Vegas, which is funny because DraftKings used to have their live finals in Vegas. I've been out there. I done did it in Las Vegas. Wow. Adunze to 74, Olave to 75. Flowers went all the way to 64 in this one. Thumbnail boy Zay Flowers. I thought that was a very good picture of Zay Flowers. Just like the dude had the biggest smile on earth for the thumbnail. All right, positionally. Wow, we have a nice little rainbow going on here. Wide receiver, running back, wide receiver, running back, wide receiver, running back. I don't even really want to take Swift. I could take Tracy. I could take Tyler Warren. I don't think it is arguable that Daniel Jones is better for Tyler Warren than Richardson is. Well, everything in Vegas is just $1 billion. Like Las Vegas, dude, you're literally paying like $35 for an orange juice in Las Vegas. Just absolutely insanely miserable stuff over there. I heard that for DraftKings Best Ball Week, the guys over at Late Round Industries at Late Round Fantasy Football are going to be streaming. And in fact, Kitchen and or JJ, if you guys want to give my channel permissions as I take Tyler Warren here, I would be happy to redirect the 449 people watching right now to the Late Round Fantasy Football channel. Interesting that the sidekick wants Mayfield here. I don't think I want Mayfield here. I think I'd prefer to go later at quarterback, but what's my alternative? What am I passing on him for? I guess it would be for downs. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to be really light on Mayfield on DraftKings. So let's take advantage of the weird draft room with this team, versatile, drafting weirdly. Hard to get quarterbacks on DraftKings. Yes, Vegas used to be cheap. Now it's expensive. It's brutal. That right there was part. The sidekick had the right idea, which was that it's hard to get this tier of quarterbacks, the Mahomes Mayfield tier of quarterbacks on DraftKings. And so if you get to do it at a discounted rate, like you should be targeting the elite quarterbacks at a discounted rate. Quid pro bro. Baker is the normie Jesus. Blake, I do have some news for you. Around here, we are paying the price. We are. I am happy. I'm happy to buy the new price. The best training camp battle this offseason has been Davis versus the sidekick with his own rankings. I mean, truly a battle for the absolute ages. Who wins? Davis at the current moment or Davis when he made his rankings 4 hours ago? It's truly hard to say. You know, who could possibly know the answer? Yeah, honestly, you're looking, I was going to say, you're literally looking at the top arena. Round 11. That should be a video. 2 teams, 1 all sidekick, one of your, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. A baby boy, Adrian. I did not invent that one. That is what do you win when you win is a Drew Dinkmeyer phrase. I think it's a combination of Brian Robinson maybe doing something like maybe just interpersonally not getting along with the coaching staff and also them not thinking he's very good. Do you know what the dynamic? Do I know what the dynamic is between the custom rankings and the Sims? The Sims are based off of the leg up ranks when you upload. I do not. I roughly understand, but not like I don't understand the mechanics of it. I think Trey Harris, particularly with Quentin Johnston being injured, is like a fine click. I'm not going crazy for him, but it's fine. Dang, JCM went at 101 here. I didn't get a chance. I am not taking JCM over Pollard and Kamara. Those guys are easy clicks over JCM. Yeah, Dan Quinn said they sent Brian Robinson Jr. away from the team. They said Dan Quinn, who's the head coach of the Commanders, said, "Get out of here." I'm not even going to take Chris Godwin here, actually. I'm going to take Keenan Allen. The Godwin stuff is really bad. There was an update today on Chris Godwin that he is not even running. Feels really bad. I was going to say 101 does just kind of intuitively feel correct to me. I think I agree with that as well. Not going to take Godwin. Not going to take Mixon. Could take Higgins. And you know what? I'm going to try and do something else. I'm going to take... Actually, what do I do? I'm kind of stuck. I panicked. Panic pick. I took Colson Level in there. That was panic. Because I did not want to take Godwin and I did not want to take Mixon. I need to nuke those guys further in my rankings. Yes, Najee, Godwin, and Joe Mixon are all hanging out somewhere, not playing organized football. The best landing spot for Brian Robinson Jr. I mean, it's the Cowboys, right? It's got to be the Dallas Cowboys. How far are we away from drafting Trey Palmer? I mean, I think he's probably behind Sterling Shepard at this point. I have no problem with this. The idea that David Njoku is better than Evan Ingram. I mean, I think it seems pretty straightforward, actually. This would be incredible if this is like the one draft where quarterbacks don't go and Caleb Williams gets all the way around to me. I would double tap Caleb Williams and Luther Burden so fast at this next pick. I do not think this is true, that Godwin is on this same schedule he was always on. I was anticipating there being a chance that Godwin did not start the season on PUP. I mean, I thought it was light, but not 100%. Well, I'm not going to lie, Mighty Monarch. This was me. I did partially think that getting the big new contract did mean that he was going to be healthy. I was wrong. Hand up. I was not really that worried about Godwin. I had Godwin ranked pretty aggressively. I was drafting Godwin and Igbuka and Mike Evans, but I was wrong. I think Godwin should be a pretty late draft pick, all things considered. Like, Godwin should be going where Igbuka has been going. Gosh, dang it. I dared to dream. Caleb Williams lasted to pick 128 and got taken by a user on auto draft. Oh, that makes it worse. He got auto drafted. Oh, just, gosh darn it. Oh, that's so unfortunate, dude. And we still don't have a quarterback. Oh, no, yeah, we do. We got Baker. All right, well, I am going to select Luther Burden. Uh, 19% B-Rob? Oh, Cade, brother. Whew, Cade, what are we going to do with you? All right. I don't really want to take Jordan Love either. What do I do here? CJ Stroud went on. You know what? I'm going to do a Bryce Young backstack. Because I missed out on Stroud. Got a question. Joe Mixon, what's the deal with him? Had to take him later because of lack of running backs available. Hearing from fantasy apps that he isn't a lock for week 1 and others that are saying his season is jeopardy. Any thoughts? Westy Gamer 3502. I can only tell you what I've heard through the grapevine. I obviously do not have any source that is anywhere close to the Houston Texans. I've heard what all other fantasy analysts have heard, which is that we are getting like third or fourth or fifth hand information that Joe Mixon had a procedure on his foot in the spring. The procedure is not healing correctly. I heard, should I even say? Okay, so I already had an infection in this healed foot. I do not know if that's true. That is literally just what was communicated to me. Could be totally made up. Could be totally a lie. But what I've heard is that he had a procedure on his foot and that it didn't heal properly. And that is why he's doing stuff like getting, what was that picture that was posted on Twitter the other day? He's like getting like sound wave therapy on his foot. I think obviously the team knows that Joe Mixon is not healthy. That's why they signed Chubb to that contract with all those incentives. That's why they traded up for Woody Marks in the NFL draft. That's why Dameon Pierce has been getting reps with the first team. Again, I don't know if any of this shit is true. Aaron Wilson, NFL, wrote the other day that he's probably going to start the season on the NFI list, which is the non-football injury list. And he probably... So my opinion would be that you should not draft Joe Mixon in fantasy football drafts. I'm out. I'm out on Joe Mixon. I don't really want to take him. That's just my opinion. Gravity Phase is here for the fantasy football chat. I love the banter. Shout out to you, Gravity Phase. I don't do the greatest job integrating the Twitch users into the chat. I do love all the Twitch users, though. I love my twitch.tv/DavisMatic people. It's definitely out there. Like I said, I have no way to independently verify any of these things that I've been told. I literally have no idea if it's true or not. Like I've been told the same thing that every other fantasy analyst who's parroting that stuff. What was your favorite birthday grift? Actually, this shirt. My wife got me this really cool Bob Dylan Band t-shirt. Yes, Gravity Phase. I also stream over at youtube.com/@Davis_Matic. But I keep a close eye on my Twitch boys as well. Most recent thing that I heard on the Mooney injury was that he is trending in the right direction. Oh shit, I'm on the clock. All right, Tyler Algier. I did not realize I was on the clock. That was a fine pick, right? No issues there. Did work for Bob Dylan's brother. He's a prick. Bob Dylan's a prick or Bob Dylan's brother? Which one? I literally didn't even know he had a brother. Okay, Sam Darnold, welcome to the Mega Stack. I don't know. I will say it does look like it's kind of trending towards filling pretty quickly. The DraftKings Best Ball Millie Maker. That is true. No, his brother. Okay. I was gonna say that would have bummed me out to hear that Bob Dylan was not. And although, I mean, I think a lot like Bob Dylan is a little is a little prickly from what I've heard. But I think he is like literally a living legend. He didn't I was going to say he kind of famously is talked about this way as an asshole. Yeah, famously prickly, but I don't know. He's my guy. I love Bob Dylan. I've always loved Bob Dylan since I was like my parents were big on music. I've been listening to Bob Dylan records since I was in utero. This is something that will probably only be interesting to me and probably has no intersection with any of you, but Bob Dylan narrated the promotional stuff for MGK's new album Lost Americana, which again probably actually is only interesting to me, but I thought that was very cool. Posted MGK on his Instagram. That would be his son, One Headlight. I mean, it is a great song, but that's his I don't even remember his name. What? Jacob Dylan, right? With the Wallflowers. Yes, Jacob with a K. Well, I knew it. I was lost. Yeah, Dylan. Which is, and it's so funny to think about him as his son, because Jacob Dylan is 57 years old or whatever now. MGK did some random pop-ups in Milwaukee last week. A place that holds 300 people in there. Yeah, hey man, I am a fan. Have you seen the video of Jacob Dylan performing One Headlight with Springsteen? No. I'd be into that, though. When One Headlight Bob Dylan was asked about it, Bob said, no comment. Has anyone ever met a woman who actually likes Bob Dylan's voice? Hey, man. Bob Dylan, if you, from a certain perspective, a handsome guy. I believe, Brady Betts, right now, I believe MGK literally has the number one album in the world, actually. Said or mumbled. My first concert was Bob Dylan, average Matic listener. That's very funny. I have seen Mr. Dylan in concert. You know, you get what you take out of it. I do not know what brand this is, actually. All right, what are we gonna do here? Oh, Coker. This whole Coker is gonna be the rug that ties this whole room together. I like his rap music and his pop punk music. Obviously, I found about him. I learned about him doing the rap music. I do not listen to yacht rock. No yacht rock for me, bro. All right, easy Jalen Coker selection here. Yeah, that's nice. Coker did really tie the room together. He just, yes, this is what he does. When you see Bob Dylan, you don't know what he's going to do. He'll just start doing whatever song he feels like. All right, dang. I don't really want to take Kate Otten on this team. I kind of wanted to do another Harold Fannin Jr. team. But you can't argue. It does make sense. All right. Baker Mayfield, Devin Achane, Kenneth Walker, Nico Collins, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Emeka Ikbuka, Tyler Warren, James Conner, Keenan Allen, Colston Loveland, Luther Burden III, Bryce Young, Tyler Algier, Sam Darnold, Jalen Coker, Kate Otten. I didn't even realize till now we have both sides of that Seattle-Carolina game stacked up. Okay, to tie it all together, how many yards would Bob Dylan rush for against middle schoolers? It's a great question. At least 100. You know, I don't even have a good answer to this question. The same pop punk bands everyone likes. I loved Blink-182. I love Sum 41. Simple Plan. I like that. I mean, obviously Blink-182 is like the best. No, hit us, bro. That's what we're doing here for. If you get anyone over at twitch.tv/DavisMatic gets special priority. Oh, the Slappy the Seal shirt, that I can tell you. That actually I can tell you. This brand for this shirt right here. Let me I gotta go. I have to log on to my e-commerce platform. But I will tell you as soon as I get the answer. It's like definitely not like a fancy brand or anything like that. Like I wouldn't say, I want to say maybe Gildan. Products. The brand is... I've literally never, it's Bellae. Expertly tailored from premium grade heirloom combed ring spun cotton. Oh. Gildan heavy kind of cinema. I mean, true. GM Toporino. Yes, the updated Swolecast is great. How am I treating Reed? I'm kind of lighter on him. Dynasty League sending Jonathan Taylor, J.K. Dobbins a 2026 second round for Garrett Wilson and Kenneth Walker. I would prefer the Garrett Wilson Kenneth Walker side of that, I think. I think that's pretty close. JT in a second I like the flower side of that by a lot. That's much better. If you could do that second deal, I would do that. All right. Do I do Jalen Knoll here? I need a running back more. I am behind at running back. Blake Corum. Welcome to the team. Honestly, Crossface, I'd be lying to you if I told you I knew. I've not bought one of them yet because I don't print them. They're printed by a third party, so I don't have one of the shirts yet. Let's do. Golly, running back stinks here. Let's take Taj. I took Taj with Kerrane last time. We'll do it again. I can't tell you how it would fit me. I would think it would fit fine, but I don't know. I am still into vintage Levi's. Yes, vintage Levi's, far and away my favorite jean. The trades I made because of Davis last year won me my Dynasty League. Hashtag ad. Shout out to you, bro. I'm hip to Chris Rodriguez in the 19th round or whatever. I really am. Yeah, I would say the second trade is more like you're just betting. It's honestly, you're kind of betting on Fields there, which is, I wouldn't say it's a trade you're like a huge favorite to win. Like it's fair. Am I hip to round it? Are you saying Uncle Rico is in Rico Dowdle? I do like Rico Dowdle conceptually. Oh, dude, we missed the Ricky Seals Jones. Ricky Seals Jones would have been perfect for this era. Is there a team you're super excited about? Like a best ball team that I've drafted? Too many dude, is there such thing as too many Seahawks? No. I know Liam likes to go back and look at best ball teams. I mean, I am over 1,500 best ball teams drafted just for this season alone. So I can't keep track. I draft them. I'm like an assembly line guy. Like basically I am a Ford factory worker, putting my stamp on a best ball team and moving to the next one. Or I'm like one of those viral videos that you guys see of like, you see those guys who are really good at like some kind of manual labor job. Like you see them like throwing a huge bale of hay into a place or something. That's what I do. I'm a machine that was put on this earth to draft best ball teams. I think the Breece Hall slander has gone way too far, Pepper Tony. Way too far. Insanely far. He's a good player, man. He really is. There's just no need for Breece Hall to be like a mid 5th round pick or whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I've been wrong about a lot of things, but this pains me to do it, but I don't even really want to take Jalen Knoll here. I guess I should. It's not really a better option. We'll do Knoll. And then I think the final pick might be Keandre Lambert-Smith. The Breece Justin Blackmon rumors are real. Not even rumors, bro. That shit is just real. All right, there you go. You guys ever heard of this fella named? You want to scroll the F down for Keandre Lambert-Smith?
Oh my fucking god!
I'm about it. I'm about it.
This is too good.
Someone slap the Keandre Lambert-Smith button. The first KLS reception, I was like, wow, he is the greatest wide receiver of all time. Is the 9th round too early for KLS? People are asking.
4.37 40, played at Auburn. This is Darius Slayton vibes.
My thesis is at least not that he is Jerry Rice's kid. Okay, I'm just keeping it 100% real. His college highlights are sick. That's not even cappuccino. That's just real. He looked really good then. TLDR of last year for you. Matt, I'm being dead serious. I was like the worst drafter in the world last year. I literally advanced like 7% of my teams last year. Dead ass. All right. The final team: Baker Mayfield, Devin Achane, Kenneth Walker, Nico Collins, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Emeka Egbuka, Tyler Warren, James Conner, Keenan Allen, Colston Loveland, Luther Burden III, Bryce Young, Tyler Algier, Sam Darnold, Jalen Coker, Cade Otton, Blake Corum, Taj Brooks, Jalen Knoll, and Keandre Lambert-Smith. Someone go ask Jake Benninger. Just at him in the chat, or go find him on Twitter. I think his Twitter is JTBenninger2 or something. Go ask him about Trey Harris's college yards per route run. Yes, it is. It's the video of Timo workers just throwing stuff into the containers. Beast Murph, I'm shaking with excitement for week 0. I can't wait. It's gonna be beautiful. I do Instagram Reels. It's harder than you think. Harder than you think to build on Instagram. Seems easy, but it's not. Breece Hall is rumored to be an alcoholic. Basically, he just is like always at the bar, always partying. Is the rumor. I would show you the Best Ball Explorer, but the window that I have open to stream is Firefox, and I'm not signed into my Gmail or any of my accounts on Firefox, so it would take forever, and it would be terrible television. All right, I'm getting out of here. Make sure that you guys like the video. Okay. Dude, streaming is harder than you think. It's harder than you think. I didn't want to say something that was actually wrong. Like, I didn't want to say like using a nail gun or something in a way that you wouldn't use a nail gun, or use just like I'm not a blue collar guy. I've not done a ton. I'm not super handy. I'm not super tough with my, like, I know enough. But you're right. That's valid. I'm getting out of here. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys back tomorrow. Later, everybody.